Welcome to the Angers Ice Park in Angers, France for the third stop of the International Skating Union's Grand Prix Series 2024. The Grand Prix de France is well underway now, with 3 of the 4 disciplines having already been competed. Disappointment in the arena to have seen the favourite, Adam Hemfa from the home nation, skate a poor and weak short programme on this occasion, but all to play for with the free skates tomorrow. As we look ahead to the final event, the pairs short programme, and what we can predict to be a thrilling and exciting competition with the likely contest for the gold to come from Minerva Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin, the bronze medalists from the World Championships in Montreal, Canada in March of this year. As we see what appears to be some Halloween-themed lighting upon the arena, you can just thank the Fédération Française Sport de Glace for all that they have done in facilitating this event. 3 years running, this prestigious competition has taken place in this venue. Opened in 2019 at a cost of 38 million euros. This is the home of the professional ice hockey team, Duc d'Angers, and now home for some of the best figure skaters in the world. And fortunately, the support in the audience has been really good. The skating fans and the followers of our sport and those involved so keen to see that the sport is well observed, well represented and well supported globally. And it seems that things are warm, embracive and supportive of the skaters in Angers. In the city in western France, some 300 kilometers southwest of Paris. It's been a treat for many of the skaters, and indeed many of the elite athletes eager to return here to enjoy the city. Small city, population of just over 150,000, but so much rich history and culture in the city. A strong cultural life with museums and university surrounding the rink. As we look to the starting order for the pairs short program, and this a starting order based on world rankings and world standings, with Sara Conti and Macii, the final team to compete, the former European champions and last year's world bronze medalists, who they too will be eager to take the title, but their competition will come from the reigning world bronze medalists, as I mentioned, Hase and Volodin. As we see the judging panel, who will assess the program component scores and the grades of execution for the elements in the pair short program, and their technical controller, Ms. Devaney, alongside the technical specialist Venda and LeBlanc, who will decide the levels of the spin, the step sequence, the death spiral, and the twist and the lift, as well as assessing the quality of the side-by-side jumping passes and the throw jump, all the elements part of the pairs short program, as we get excited to welcome onto the ice the first 4 teams.
Representing France, Faula and Belle.
And so the pair short program takes place with a French team, Faula and Belle, before the team representing Uzbekistan, Geynish and Chigirev, before seeing Efimova and Mitrofanov, before returning to another French team, the French national champions, Camille Kovalev and her husband, Kovalev and Kovalev. So, bookending this group in the pair short program, French representation at the start and the end of the group. And here the team of Aurélie, Faula and Belle.
Aurélie et Théo.
24 and 22 years of age, respectively. A team that started pair skating just 2 years ago. And they explained to me that the discipline of pairs is still very new to them, but they're happy and they're excited to be part of this wonderful event happening in their home country. And good to see Aurélie and Theo acknowledging the crowd, being present and in the moment, despite, I'm sure, the nerves and excitement coursing through their bodies. Now, we looked at the team who were second last week in Halifax at Skate Canada. And not just second overall, but they won the free skate. Geynish and Chigirev. And interestingly, popping there the side-by-side jumps, but their technical prowess as single skaters really impressive. I've seen Dimitri landing triple loop on Instagram, and he's indeed landed triple axel as well. So both accomplished as single skaters in addition to their success as a pairs team now. And now to the new pairing of Alisa Efimova and her partner Misha Mitrofanov, only together for just 1 year. There, Misha comfortable with his triple toe.
Alisa Efimova, Mitrofanov. Alisa and Misha teamed up in 2023. They trained in Boston, Massachusetts.
They, a team that competed in Skate America, they were third at that competition. They had a big 63-point short program. And we'll be hoping to build on that with even more success in their Grand Prix assignment here, potentially vying for a spot at the final, depending on how things fare in Angers at the Grand Prix de France. As we look to the French national pair champions, Camille Kovalev and Pereira Kovalev. And this a team that just really delighted to be able to compete at this event just before the World Championships last season. Frustratingly, Pavel had to have ankle surgery, and thus they didn't expect to be competing already on the Grand Prix, hoping perhaps to be back to competitive form for the championship events later in the season. But they have relocated to this very rink, training in Angers, moving here just before the summer with their coaches, and indeed acknowledging that in relocating here with their coaches, they have access now to a wider team around them, including ballet and physio support, as we see Alisa and Misha working through the split twist, which will be likely the first element in the planned program content for many of the teams. As we see the change of position within the lift for the Uzbekistan representatives. And there are just some nervous moments, I'm sure, for Aurélie and Theo. And obviously, in seeing the issues that they had in their split twist, it's important to acknowledge just the different levels of experience that the teams have in this group, with one French team being seasoned campaigners on an international circuit, and the first team being relatively new to the discipline and learning the incredible difficulty of the pairs discipline.
Skater, there's 1 minute left in this warm-up.
So during this final moment of the pair short program warm-up, we can look back to the results from Skate Canada and Skate America, with Riku Miura and Ruichi Kihara winning in Allen, Texas. World silver medalists, showcasing some quality choreography there. last week, the world champions, Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps, taking gold overall in Skate Canada International. That said, that was a tricky skate for the Canadian team. They resumed their training ahead of their second event. And just to confirm for those newer to the sport, teams can only compete in 2 Grand Prix assignments at most. And should they achieve the top 6 points after the conclusion of the Grand Prix series, they will be selected to participate at the Grand Prix final, which will take place in Grenoble between the 5th and the 8th of December. Grand Prix final participation will not be something on the agenda for this coming team. Instead, given their comparative newness to the discipline, they are so elated to be competing at a senior Grand Prix, benefiting from the host nation's opportunity to have more representation. Aurélie, Faula and Belle skate to their start position. They perform to I'll Take Care of You by Beth Hart.
I know you've been hurt by someone else. I can tell by the way you carry yourself. But if you let me, here's what I
Well, better than the warm-up. There's still some challenges on the triple twist lift.
I've loved and lost the same as you.
Lots of speed, but a fall for Aurélie on the side-by-side triple salto.
Just what you've been through. And if you let me, here's what I'll do. Oh, I just got to take care of you.
Again, good speed, lots of ice coverage, but a step out of the throw triple loop. Staying in hold is a feature for half of the step sequence. Now working through the combinations of turns, rocker, counter, loop turn. And Aurélie and Theo just scrambling to try and fit in some extra features for the change foot combo spin at the end of the program, coming in currently at level 2 and not under review as are 4 of the 7 elements from the technical panel. The team that train in Paris at the Français Volant de Bercy Club. And again, just a great achievement for them to be here, to be selected by the French Federation, to take one of the host nation spots and garner all of the experience that this event will offer to them. So an official practice day yesterday where they will have had the opportunity to train alongside the likes of former world medalists, Conti and Macii, and current medalists, Hase and Volodin. And anything that their coaches will have told them over the past couple of years, learning this craft of pair skating will be cemented by the visual that they have seen here by those others above them. Two-footed landing on the opening split twist, but as I say, better than the warm-up. Here, Aurélie, unfortunately, encountering the fall whereby too much of her weight came off the blade, and that's why a mandatory 1 point deduction is assigned to that element. No fall for the throw triple loop, but the lack of landing running edge makes that into a negative grade of execution as coach looks on ringside. The group 4 lift, hand to hand, lift take off, and here a backward outside death spiral. That the required edge to be done by all of the teams competing, both juniors and seniors this season, in the death spiral element. And so, although they achieved a 47.88 at the Lombardia Trophy in Bergamo, Italy in September, it looks like they're going to fall short. Fascinatingly, these two are prolific TikTokers. They have over 500,000 followers on their social media TikTok. Worth a follow, I am sure. 41.50 for Aurélie and Theo.
Next to skate, representing Uzbekistan, Ekaterina Geynish and Chigirev.
And now to last week's silver medalists, Ekaterina Geynish and Chigirev. They find themselves early on in the starting order, but their world ranking bound to accelerate after last week. Concept and consideration in the composition of the program to start before gaining speed. Into a big split twist, just a little bobble on the back outside edge to affect the grade of execution. Quality on the side-by-side triple toes. Throw triple flip. And again, back to the storytelling concept that they have for this program. Good unison in the technique of their skating skills. Ekaterina Geynish and Dmitry Chigirev managed to complete a successful short program in what must be an extremely exhausting 2 weeks of skating, traveling from Halifax at Skate Canada last week to Angers in France to compete here. But no matter what levels of potential jet lag or fatigue that they have, their fundamental baseline of quality skating skills will not be affected by that. They have, as I mentioned throughout the performance, a good unison in their skating skills, technique and education, as to with good quality of technique throughout the 7 elements in this short program. And so now 13 points already amassed with their silver medal at last week's Skate Canada. Is this going to be enough to certainly keep them in contention, at least for a Grand Prix final spot? And when it comes to, you can see interestingly ringside, this team watching, sharing the body movement and style for this choreography. As we see the split twist. Here, the side-by-side triple toes. A little further apart than in warm-up, but fully rotated with matching arm and free leg extension. Great confidence and commitment. Even here, the flex of the wrist, a continuation of whatever the storytelling concept that they have is within this short program. And judges, when they come to the composition, want to have connection between and within the elements. I'm not sure what the story was. It was an intriguing choice of music, but whatever the story was, they were committed to it from start to finish. So 63.53 last week. Personal best though of 64, so a little short of that. 61.38 for Ekaterina and Dmitry. And that presumably the rationale behind their disappointment.
Next to skate representing the United States of America. Please welcome Alisa Efimova.
As we look ahead to the next team, Alisa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov. See, Alisa just working through the takeoff of the salcho. That will be the second element, the side-by-side triple salchos. Good speed, good ice coverage, and good musicality opening this program for the American team. Well, the planned program content had triple salchos, but triple toes delivered well. Alisa holds on to the landing of the throw triple loop. where Misha finished off that loop turn at the end of the step sequence, but really well matched throughout, particularly given how short a space of time they've been together. Such a dynamic finish to this short program, choreographed by the brilliant Renée Roca from Elisa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov from the United States of America. And this, better than what they performed in Skate America 2 weeks ago en route to the bronze medal that they had there. They had double toes at the event in Texas, triple toes here. And as I said throughout the step sequence, impressive to see how well they have merged together in the short space of time that they have had. And Elisa had explained that their choreographer, Renée, gave them space to develop their own ideas too, which she had said helped them gel as a team. And we are seeing the benefits of that as Misha looks relieved leaving the ice with the skate delivered. Alexei Litov, the coach who has been responsible for some successes from their training mates on the Junior Grand Prix with Patrick Blackwell and Sophie Jolie von Felten medaling on the Junior Grand Prix. Part of that same training base in Boston as we look back at the split twist, which comes in at a level 3. Here are the side-by-side triple toes. Now from memory, as Alexei looks elated, Elisa has struggled with the side-by-side triples in the past, so that it's great to see, as is that position within the back outside death spiral. And there you can see the neck alignment there, indicative of an athlete who has spent hours in the ballet room working upon the posture. Could just tighten the free leg there in that position. To see the way in which she takes her bow. Great, great posture. How nice to hear Misha thanking those that are watching back home. How great that they have the support from their training mates, friends and family as they achieve a 64.08. Close to their seasons and personal best of 65, but significantly the leading score by almost 3 points at this stage. As we look ahead to the husband and wife team of Camille and Pavel Kovalev, short program, similar style to that of their previously used Billie Eilish. Wishing them all the best as they return to competition following Pavel's ankle surgery.
Baby, can't you see I'm calling? There's no escape. I can't wait to need it. Baby, give me it. You're dangerous. I'm loving it.
Hands down on the triple toe for Camille. Oh. Step out of the throw triple loops. A good unison on the side-by-side spins, and another rinkside coaching member exhaling seemingly for the first time in the last 3 minutes as Camille Kovalev and Pereira Kovalev complete their short programming. Having heard from the team about the surgery that Pavel had and the genuine fact that they didn't really expect to be competing on the Grand Prix Series this year, I assumed that they would not be competitively ready. They acknowledged that they couldn't hire a choreographer because the injury set them back so much that it's somewhat self-choreographed by Pavel. But they have worked on it with a ballet coach too, and that ballet coach is the new addition to their training team, thanks to the relocation they've had to this very ring. As Laurent Depuy hugs ringside. Cool opening transition to the program for the team. A clean catch on the opening twist. But here, the side-by-side triple toes, you can see Camille just forced to place both hands down. And thus that element drops over 1.5 points on creative execution. And the step out of the throw loops, that too loses almost 2 points on creative execution, and that somewhat mandatory for the judges based on the reduction for errors chart that they have and the implications that has on the inputs the judges make ringside on the computers. But the best unison that we've seen is they use the feature of the illusion with a catch to conclude the program. Great to see. Well, the team seem accepting of a 54.81, knowing what they've gone through in the off-season. It's great to see them back in the competitive arena so soon following that surgery, as we see confirmation that Efimova and Mitrofanov lead the field and lead so by a fairly comfortable margin. Could that put them in contention for repeating as medalists on the Grand Prix with the more experienced and previously more celebrated pair teams ready to take to the ice? This final group in the pairs event have all either medalled at the European Championships or been in the top 6 at a World Championships, and that signalling the caliber of the field and an indication of the quality we hope to see demonstrated by the 8 skaters getting ready to take to the ice in Angers. The final warm-up group of the day on this third stop of the ISU Senior Grand Prix 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the skaters.
Slaloming their way to their position, the Canadian team, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud.
Representing Canada, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud.
And this team have such fond memories of the ice park in Angers, having won the title here 12 months ago. And now to last year's Grand Prix final winners, Fabiana Hase and Volodin. The first of the 2 Italian teams, Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini. And before the final pair team on the ice, Sara Conti and Macii. So 6 minutes warm-up underway. And I think for all of the teams on the ice, this their first Grand Prix assignment of the season. So not only are they hoping for success here themselves, but also eager to see how their scores and results here compete against the likes of the Japanese world silver medalists and the Canadian world champions who have already debuted on the Grand Prix this season. Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud. They explained to me that they've worked hard since their September Challenger event. They were 5th at the Nebelhorn Trophy. And they said that last year they received so many compliments from people saying they could see the fun they have when they skate. So they wanted to capture that and put that natural feeling of joy and fun into the performance. That's why they will skate to Sing, Sing, Sing. And now to the world bronze medalists, Minerva, Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin. They explained that this short program was inspired by their gala performance from the show that they took part in, Art on Ice, last season. A story that of a couple in love and out of love. And that's lovely to see there, Minerva just applauding, I think, the triple jump of her partner Nikita. And that a dynamic that's so important, unspoken, undiscussed, but the connection and respect between partners absolutely integral to the success, or at least the joy on the journey of being an elite athlete. As we look ahead to Rebecca, Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini, the goal this season to improve on last season's scores. They're passionately eager to make the Italian team for Worlds, and therefore to help get 3 Italian pair teams to facilitate qualification at the home Olympic Games 2026. Italian pair skating so rich in its depth, with a number of teams emerging, all eager for the same kind of thing, championship medals, and the precious importance of being an Olympic team member in a home Olympics. And the front-running Italian team really likely to be Sara Conti and Niccolò Macii. Last season, tricky. 2 years ago, they won the European title, took the first medal for an Italian pair team at a World Championships. And they the storefront team, if you like, of this emergence of Italian pair skating success. As I say, last season didn't reproduce the same joy as the 2022-2023 season had, but you sense that following their win in Lombardia, that they're back on track. So we see Leah and Trent comfortably working through the throw triple salto. That likely to be the final element of their warm-up as they now wind down in anticipation of their performance. And again, you can see in the teams on the screen now a sense of calm descending as Barbara Aloni, the coach of the final team, is captured on shot. Simulating the hand-to-hand takeoff for the Group 4 lift, that one of the, as I say, required elements for the pairs this season. So they have to perform a double or triple twist, a Group 4 lift, any side-by-side double or triple, any throw double or triple. So we see that incredible entry into the throw triple for Rebecca and Filippo. A solo spin, a death spiral, and a step sequence. And so far, this season. We've seen scores into the 70s, 73 for Diana and Maxime last week, and 77 for Riku Miura and Ruchi Kihara, former world champions from Japan, en route to their title win in Allen, Texas. With Ellie Kam and Danny O'Shea also achieving a score above the 70-point marker. The American team who competed on their home Grand Prix. This final 60 seconds can often feel like the longest time for the athletes. The work is done, the elements have been hopefully comfortably delivered in warm-up.
L'échauffement est terminé. Veuillez quitter la piste, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
Time to leave the ice.
Thank you.
All practice for the day done. Now time to shine under the pressure of performance. And so now opening this final group on the first day of competition in Angers, the Canadian team of Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud, the winners here 12 months ago. Can they make a surprise win again and defend the title they achieved a year ago? They wanted a short program to match their personalities, to showcase the fun and the joy that they have and the love they have for what they do. That the rationale behind the choice of Sing 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 by Louis Prima. They prepare to skate to their short program, choreographed by Olivia Smart and Jean-Luc Baker. Little sense of nerves at the opening. Understandable. Brilliant positioning of the outside spread eagle. And to really good triple toes.
Now you're singing with a swing. Swing, 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 swing. Everybody start to swing. Now you're swinging while you sing.
Nice through triple salto. Brilliant unison so far in the butterfly entry into flying camels. Well, that short program appeared to be everything that Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud wanted. Fun, bubbly, entertaining, and that it was. I sense that momentary glimpse into the nerves that they may have had when Leah had that tiny little slip at the beginning of the program, but maybe that was everything they needed just to take stock and get in the moment as Marie-Jade Loriot and Romain Legac cheer them on in the stands. The Canadian ice dance team here supporting them.
Good job, guys. Thanks.
And sing, sing, sing.
Spins are a little far apart, but the cameras were on and we pushed
A
together.
piece of... Great to hear the reaction. Leah just explaining the spins were good. Camel spin was indeed very, very good. Level 3 achieved on the split twist. And here the stylization well represented throughout. And this camera angle showcases also great unison and timing on the side-by-side triple toes. And here the confidence of Leah in the group 4 lift 2. So from a presentation perspective and composition perspective, good quality here. Good job by Olivia and Jean-Luc on the choreography. Speed, flow and glide. Perhaps slightly to be surpassed by the teams yet to come. Of the 3 different components, that may be the one that will be most under consideration for Leah and Trent as they inject increased speed throughout the rest of the season.
Hi, Bilbo. I miss you.
It was only a 57 for the team at Nebelhorn Trophy earlier at the start of the season. Last year they had a 65.97. I suspect it was somewhere in between. So coach says good, Trent says better. En route to returning to the form that took them to the title last year, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud 64.38 in the lead.
Sur la glace, représentant l'Allemagne.
Next to skate representing Germany. Please welcome Minerva, Fabian Hase, Nikita Volodin.
Now to Minerva, Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin. I suspect likely favourites given the dominance that they had on the Grand Prix series last year as they skate to this short programme. Notice the storytelling of a couple in and out of love.
Take my heart, it used to be so supple and sweet, and now it's withered on the vine. There's before, and then there's after.
Undoubtedly the best twist that we've seen.
You were mine. Sun comes up, sun goes down.
Mildly hesitant, but successfully delivered on the side-by-side triple saltos.
Take my hands, they used to hold you so tight. Now they reach, but they never touch you in the night.
Beautiful positioning from Minerva within the lift.
And then
Brilliant synchronicity too. Well, the continuation of the performance right through to the acknowledgement of the audience suggests how professional this team is in their approach. Minerva, Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin delivering a clean skate, and further confirmation of their professionalism. They competed in Nice at the Trophy Metropole when the free skate portion of that competition had to be cancelled. I saw online that they returned home, had to fly back, and then participated in a competition simulation of their free skate, because that's all part of their plan, obviously. So mindful of their long-term athlete development plan this season and everything that they aspire to do to tick all the boxes, presumably to try and vie to not just take another world medal, but potentially the world title. And nice to see the gratitude and acknowledgement that they show towards the coach as well. And also wonderfully honest and open, Minerva acknowledging that in preparation for the Nebelhorn Trophy, she had some mental breakdowns and sometimes wild mood swings, and almost joked about the impact that would have had on her partner. But working with sports psychologists to help to prepare for the pressure of these events, and they looked so prepared. The slow-mo replay offers the opportunity to see the commitment to the component scores as well as the quality elements. Here, the triple loop. If anything, Nikita a little off there on the throw, but the synchronicity of this, the change foot combo spin, brilliant. And this lift within the step sequence, perfectly on point with the music and perfectly appropriate interpretation with the angst on their faces. So 73.23 for Diana and Maxime en route to their win at Skate Canada. 77 from Miura and Kihara in their winning short program in Allen, Texas. Where do the Germans fare? 73.72. And that in itself is interesting. The lead, close to their personal best. It definitely seems satisfactory.
Next to skate representing Italy, Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini.
And the Italian flag ready to be waved. Twice in succession now in this pairs event as Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini get ready to compete. An intense choreography with the objective storytelling to highlight violence against women, which is rife but unspoken. Oh no. What a shame. Filippo slips off the landing with the double axe. Such a brilliant entry into the throw. So perfectly attuned to the music. And an epic lift entrance. And exit. As two is the variation on position within the back outside death spiral. Well, the music Roxanne used so regularly and repeatedly within our sport, but this team really channeling the passion and intensity that it requires, as well as anyone. Some wonderful touches. The difficulty of that transition into the throw triple flip is amazing, as to the entry into the group 4 lift, bound to secure a boost in the grade of execution. It's a shame that whilst, as Daniel Agiano looks on, that the double axel, which has previously been a challenge for Rebecca more so than Filippo, was the frustration for Filippo on this occasion. But great choreography given to them by Daniel, who's greeting them ringside now. Good split. Here, forward, inside rocker, deep edge set there. Change of edge to step up into the double axel. More speed and flow than Rebecca has previously had, I think. The leg wrap continues, but as Filippo anxiously looks back to see if Rebecca's okay, he perhaps distracts himself from sustaining that back outside edge. But what a wonderful entry into the lift, and what poise Rebecca demonstrates airborne. And you sense that whilst the team is obviously mindful of their vulnerabilities with the side-by-side jumping passes, they're doing all they possibly can to stay competitive within some of the other elements, with the likes of that difficult transitions into the throw and into the lift. From a presentation and composition perspective, really strong. I think skating skills, there's less flow and there's less glide than we've seen from the likes of the Germans, and probably Leah and Trent as well. So how will this fare? They had a personal best already this season at Lombardia in their home rink of Bergamo, but that was without the mistake. 60.74. And frustratingly, it is 5th for Rebecca and Filippo, but not too far adrift from those above them.
Sur la glace, représentant l'Italie.
Last to skate, representing Italy. Please welcome Sarah Conti and Macii.
And now to the 2023 European champions, Sarah Conti and Macii. Coach Barbara Leone explaining how eager and excited they were to showcase their programs this year, starting their campaign with a modern interpretation of Carmen. What a start position to assume. Great musicality for the throw triple loop, saving the side-by-side triple jumps for later in the program than anybody else. But successfully done, side-by-side triple saltos. The loop jump entry into the back outside death spiral for Sarah. Coach Barbara delighted, and rightfully so, as Sarah Conti and Macii lay down a superb short program skate. And I have to apologize to Sarah and Nicolo because I put the German team of Hase and Volodin as the potential favorites, but Sarah and Nicolo have just really laid down a solid skate that serves as a reminder not to discount them as contenders in this mix for the world podium this season. And you sense just such greater camaraderie between the pairing this season. Perhaps that the basis and framework for this great start. 74 at Lombardia. Hugs and kisses all round. So think on a presentation perspective, the commitment from the team, with Sarah passionately expressing that, higher than that of the Germans. And the twist of coming in at a level 4 as opposed to the level 3 of the German leaders. A little bit of separation on the side-by-side salcos, which is perhaps where we have to step into now with these leading teams that are skating so well this season. We start to really assess the grades of execution and the bullet points from the judges, who's achieving the greatest sense of effortlessness for higher GOEs. But as we see Barbara living through the performance, just starting to get an insight into the feedback from the technical panel, and Sarah and Nicolo have achieved just a level 3 on the step sequence and a level 3 on the death spiral, as opposed to the level 4s from the leading German team. And additionally, the grades of execution seem to be paving the way for a disparity in the marks between these teams. But that said, don't tell them that now. Now is time for celebration. They've done their job. They will get further feedback from the tech panel and the judges. But first of all, greetings to family. Okay, va bene, 70.79. So that's good. Coach, skaters happy, job's done. Fantastic performances by the top 3 teams. In fact, all of the top 5 teams in this pairs event delivering clean skates, with Hase and Volodin leading the field ahead of Conti and Macii, with last year's champions Pereira and Michaud in the bronze medal position, closely followed by Efimova and Mitrofanov, who want to achieve another medal this Grand Prix series, as too do Ekaterina Geynish and Dmitry Chigirev. They, winning the free skate last week, could find themselves rocketing back up the standings, dependent on what will take place in the free skate tomorrow. So as the crowds at the Ice Park Angers dissipate and leave the arena, we congratulate all of the skaters and their teams on this first day of competition. As we look back to the Sing 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 short program performance from Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud. They, one of many teams tonight, satisfied and celebratory following the conclusion of their programs. What an amazing shot of Barbara, the coach, ringside. I think the Italian coaches win for expression and presentation and composition of their ringside performances. But it is Minerva, Fabian Hase and Nikita Volodin, the two 25-year-olds, who lead the field and do so by a fairly comfortable margin as the Grand Prix final champions from last season attempted to repeat the success that they had on the Grand Prix circuit 12 months ago. Well, that concludes a great day of skating in Angers. Make sure you join us tomorrow for the conclusion of the competitive aspect of this third stop on the International Skating Union.